Let's all take a moment and pray for Barcelona, who cannot buy a player to save their lives. They rely on nothing but loans. Bayern Munich came to their senses and say, we are in a Champions League race. We are second in the league to a team that hasn't lost. Joshua Kimmich, key player. A big, number of millions could really change our mind. Around 60 million to sell this lad. And Barcelona came, can we get a loan with an option to buy, see how things go? Bayern said, really? PSG's out here offering money and you're offering me a loan with an option to buy? The door's over there, Barcelona. You're going to have to sell a lot of parts of the Camp Nou. Maybe some more seats, maybe some more weddings, cut a little bit more grass, sell it for a little, raise the prices. Let's see if you could even buy someone for 20 million, which apparently you can't do. But Barcelona, we were here being told that the sky is blue because Barcelona can't afford Kimmich. Wow, who would have thought that the team that can't even afford their own players can't afford Joshua Kimmich, who's one of the best CDMs in the world. But got even more saddening when Barcelona couldn't sign midfielder Alexi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Garcia this month, because he has a 20 million release clause, right? And Barcelona came and were like, can't really afford that. What do you? I know you're in a title race and all, like. But what you can't play Champions League because you're owned by the same owners as City. But could you give us him for loan? No, check the release clause. But he's 20 million at 100. Get it lost if you can't buy it. Meanwhile, Barcelona's gonna have to go have all the players on overtime signing balls and trying to sell them to make up for funds. You have a better chance of going to GoFundMe, praying that a rich Barcelona fan could send you 20 million so you can end up signing this lad. It's absolutely tremendously down bad how the mighty have fallen here in Barcelona, where they used to go out and buy whoever they wanted. Coutinho's playing good for Liverpool. I want him. Ooh, Suarez for Liverpool. I want him. They got him. Ooh, we want Dembele from Dortmund. 100 million. Boom. You got him. Ooh, Griezmann for Atletico Madrid. 100 million. Would you want to give? Ooh, we got him. They used to buy whoever they wanted. And now they can't even buy their fourth, fifth option in their transfer target because they can't even afford to keep the own players on their team. Look at this. Joao Felix, permanent, they have paused talks for a permanent deal with Atletico Madrid, which is absolutely, Joao Felix is getting a lot of blame here because they're saying, oh, Joao Felix went to Chelsea, they didn't keep him. He's going to Barca, they don't want to keep him. Well, Barcelona, even if they wanted to, can't keep him. They can't afford 20 million for a midfielder. Now you're telling me they can afford what Atletico's going to ask for after spending 120 million on him? Atletico's going to want a decent amount back, after the huge investment didn't work out. They're going to want minimum 50 million. If they over here struggling to get a 20 million release clause, they're not going to be able to keep Joao Felix. And not only that, they have Joao Cancelo on loan from City. These are going to be players that are going to cost more than 20 million and they can't even afford. So you're going to have a hole in the right back position. And Joao Felix has performed way better than Robert Lewandowski this season. And you got to get rid of Lewandowski because he can't run anymore. My man is just a cazagoles up there. He is out there, just hunting for goals. Nothing more. Can he press? No, doesn't have the legs. Can he touch? Well, yeah, on ball he's decent, but off the ball he's been, a bit of a vulnerability for Barcelona. Joao Felix, in my opinion, would be a better number 9 than Lewandowski at the moment. Lewandowski, he's a legend in the game, but he is running out of legs, and if they could sell him to Saudi Arabia for 50 million, they do it in a heartbeat. But I'm not sure Saudi Arabia is even going to want him anymore. But here we go with Barcelona not being able to afford players. What's new? I believe that they have to figure out a way. They got to sell. I believe Pedri or Gavi needs to be sold. Somebody big for big money has to be sold because obviously it's great to have Pedri and Gavi in the midfield. You have Gundogan who's going to give you 1 or 2 more years of good quality football. One of those two players could give you around 100 million with the amount of hype Barcelona's given them. So it would help a lot if you could sell, in my opinion, Pedri for, let's say, 110 million a City, and then you sell Lewandowski 30 million, you got 140 there. You could get Joao Felix, you could get Cancelo on permanence. Maybe you could even buy that 20 million release clause, maybe another lad, and boom, you get 4 signings out of 2. And I believe it's a lot better than keeping Lewandowski and Pedri and losing Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo. But many Barcelona fans are going to attack the comment section like they did about me saying that Pedri couldn't survive the the Premier League test. Now they said, "Oh, Pedri isn't physical enough." Well, La Liga and Premier League aren't very different. Well, mate, you should tell the likes of Depay, Di Maria. You've got Forlan. You got recently Ceballos. This is all on the top of my head. Who Ceballos, was a flop with Arsenal, goes to Real Madrid, and now he's a good piece at La Liga. Forlan couldn't do it at United. You got Depay, who couldn't do it at United. Not only that, Shevchenko struggled at Chelsea. You've got a lot of people who've gone to the Premier League and just flopped. And I'm saying Pedri's great in La Liga, very technical league. But when you're going up against lads that go at the Premier League that do nothing but just tackle you. You got Mbappe when he went up against Newcastle, couldn't do much. Why? Because the physicality was different. Kylian Mbappe, who's the best player in the world, was going up against a very physical Newcastle team, which one of their biggest thing is physicality. You've got Dan Burn going up against Mbappe. You think Dan Burn was out here out pacing and out footballing Mbappe? No, he was out physicaling, playing him more physical than Mbappe was playing that day, and that's why Mbappe couldn't do much when he played against Newcastle, because it's a different type of football. It's more physical. It's less playing on ball. It's more playing the player, and that's where I think Pedri will end up struggling if he went to the Premier League. I know people are saying, "Oh, he's played all these matches. You could tell here that he's very physical." Well, mate, it's a different league. People are saying, "Oh no, the Spain league and the Premier League aren't very different." Yes, it's very different. It is very different. Tell the likes of Falcao and all those players that I just named, but obviously, Pedri's on the ball phenomenal. It's just that he's 5'9", weighs between 130 and 140 pounds. He's very small. He's gonna go get marked from Declan Rice. Declan Rice is gonna eat him up. He's gonna get marked by, let's say, Onana from Everton. Bro's gonna eat him up. Bruno Guimaraes. Bro's gonna eat him up. Physically, these lads are just gonna impose. I understand we have seen these players before, like Cesc Fabregas, David Silva, but there's not many of those. It's a very rare instance, and these lads end up bulking up, getting stronger when they get there. They're not just there small, like Pedri, all vulnerable, all like they get bigger in order to compete with these other players, and obviously they are very, very quick on the ball as well. And Pedri, in my opinion, isn't as good as David Silva and Cesc Fabregas in their prime. I'm just gonna say that right now. Obviously, Golden Boy. If he didn't play for Barca, if he played for Atletico Madrid, he would have never won Golden Boy. That's the fact that many have to face. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and thank you guys for watching. And leave a comment down below on what you thought about my take about Barcelona. Would you rather keep Pedri and Lewandowski, or Joao Felix and Cancelo and be able to sign 2 other players to replace Lewandowski and Pedri? But make sure to watch that video down below about Pedri. I made great points. A lot of people had a lot to say. But anyways, let me know as well what you think in that comment section as well. Thank you guys for watching.